Is it really possible to become a millionaire on a low salary? For most people, the answer is a hard no. They think you need a six-figure income, a winning lottery ticket, or some crazy lucky break. But what if I told you that's a complete myth? Let me tell you about a guy named Ronald Reed. He wasn't a CEO or a tech mogul. For 25 years, he pumped gas at a local filling station. For another 17 years, he mopped floors as a part-time janitor at J.C. Penney. He drove a used Toyota and was so frugal that he famously used safety pins to hold his old coat together. His neighbors, his friends, even his own family had no idea about the secret he was keeping. When he passed away at the age of 92, the world was stunned to discover that this humble janitor had quietly built an $8 million fortune. How on earth did he do it? It wasn't by picking hot stocks or through some complicated high-risk scheme. He used a simple, practical financial system that anyone, and I mean anyone, can follow. And in this video, I'm going to break down that exact system step by step. I'm going to show you the 5 pillars that can transform your financial life and put you on the path to a 7-figure net worth, even on a modest income. This isn't fantasy, it's a proven formula. If you're watching this, chances are you know the feeling of financial pressure all too well. It's that knot in your stomach when an unexpected bill shows up. It's the frustration of looking at your bank account at the end of the month and wondering where all your money went. You work hard, you follow the rules, but you feel like you're on a treadmill, just running faster and faster to stay in the same place. You see the stories online of people flashing wealth, and it feels like a world away from your reality. The dream of financial freedom, of not having to worry about money, feels like it's reserved for a select few. You might be thinking, I don't earn enough to save, or investing is way too complicated and risky for me. It's a soul-crushing cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, burdened by the quiet stress that you're constantly falling behind, and that your future is totally out of your control. This feeling of being stuck is one of the most draining experiences you can have. It makes you feel powerless, like your salary defines your potential. But the story of Ronald Reed and so many others like him proves that your income is not your destiny. The system they used isn't about how much you earn, it's about what you do with what you have. It's about shifting from a mindset of scarcity to a system of abundance, built on a few simple, powerful habits. This is the solution, and it's way more accessible than you've ever been led to believe. The first pillar: build ruthless money awareness. The absolute bedrock of wealth, the starting point for Ronald Reed and for you, is what I call ruthless money awareness. You can't grow what you don't measure. It's impossible to build a financial fortress if you don't know where the bricks are coming from or where they're going. Most people have a vague idea of their finances. They know their salary, they know their rent, but the thousands of dollars in between are a complete mystery. This is where your financial power just vanishes into a fog of untracked, unintentional spending. To become a millionaire, you have to become the CEO of your own finances, and a CEO's first job is to read the financial statements. So for one full month, your mission is to track every single dollar, every coffee, every subscription, every impulse buy online, everything. Use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or a free budgeting app. The tool doesn't matter, the act of tracking is what creates the transformation. And look, the goal here isn't to shame yourself, it's to gain power. When you track your money, you're not just counting pennies, you're gathering intelligence. You're shining a bright light into the dark corners of your spending and finally seeing the truth about your own habits. Once you have 30 days of data, it's time to categorize. This is where the famous 50-30-20 rule, popularized by Senator Elizabeth Warren, comes into play. The guideline suggests you split your after-tax income like this: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt repayment. Needs are the absolute essentials: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, and insurance, the non-negotiables. Wants are everything else that makes life fun but isn't strictly necessary: dining out, entertainment, hobbies, travel, new gadgets. And that last 20% is for your future self. This is what you'll use to kill debt and, most importantly, build wealth. Now, for those of us on a lower salary, these percentages might need a tweak. If you live in a pricey area, your needs might creep up to 60% or even higher. That's okay. The point isn't to hit these numbers perfectly overnight, it's to get a clear snapshot of where you stand right now. You might be shocked to find that 40% of your income is going to wants, leaving nothing for savings. That discovery, that's the first, most critical step. One person I know did this and found they were spending $61 a month on subscriptions they'd totally forgotten about. That's over $700 a year that was just evaporating. Awareness turns that leak into an opportunity. Here's an actionable tip: find just $25 a week to save. It might not sound like a lot, but that's $1,300 a year, a fantastic start for your first emergency fund or your first investment. Every dollar needs a job, and if you don't give it one, it'll disappear. Wealth building starts with knowing exactly where your money is right now. The second pillar: Create a budget and stay temporarily broke. Once you have awareness, the next pillar is control. This is where you create a budget, but not the miserable, restrictive kind you're thinking of. A budget is just a spending plan. It's you telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. And the most powerful mindset shift you can make is to decide to stay temporarily broke. This concept means you pay yourself first always. The second your paycheck hits your account, a preset amount is automatically whisked away into your savings and investment accounts. What's left over is what you have for everything else. You might feel broke when you glance at your checking account, but you're getting richer every single day in your investment accounts. This one habit is the cure for lifestyle inflation, that tendency to spend more every time you get a raise. Wealth is built in the gap between what you earn and what you spend. Your job is to make that gap as wide as possible, and automation is your secret weapon. The very first place for your automated savings is an emergency fund. This is your financial firewall, money set aside for life's nasty surprises like a car repair, a medical bill, or a job loss. Without it, any unexpected expense becomes a crisis that can throw you completely off track and into high-interest debt. Your first goal, a starter fund of $500 to $1,000. Don't just keep this in your regular checking account. Open a separate high-yield savings account HYSA. As of April 2026, many of these accounts are offering interest rates over 4% APY, letting your money grow while it's on standby. Once that's done, your next goal is to grow it to cover 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses. Automate just $20 from every paycheck and you'll be stunned at how fast it adds up. Next, you have to attack high-interest debt with a vengeance. If you have credit card debt at 20% interest, paying it off is one of the best investments you can possibly make. There are two popular strategies, the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. The snowball method means you pay off your smallest debts first to build momentum. The avalanche method has you focus on the debt with the highest interest rate first, which saves you the most money in the long run. Both work. The best one is the one you'll actually stick with. Let's make this real. On a post-tax income of $2,600 a month from a roughly $40,000 salary, a modified 60-20-20 budget could look like this. 60% for needs, $1,560, $20% for wants, $520, and 20% for savings and debt, $520. That $520 is your wealth-building engine. It goes toward your emergency fund, your debt, and then your investments. Living below your means isn't about deprivation, it's a temporary strategy for permanent freedom. The third pillar. Invest immediately and automatically. This is the pillar that turns savers into millionaires. Frugality and budgeting create the seed money, but investing is what grows it into a forest. The single most powerful force in finance is compound interest, and it's not just for the rich. It's a force that works for anyone who gives it two things: consistency and time. Albert Einstein is often said to have called it the eighth wonder of the world. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a massive hill. It starts tiny, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow, getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster. Your money works the exact same way. The returns your investments earn start earning their own returns. Over decades, this effect is nothing short of explosive. Ronald Read understood this in his bones. He didn't have a fancy job, but he consistently invested in solid dividend-paying companies and just kept reinvesting those dividends for decades. Those dividends bought more shares, which then paid out even more dividends. A perfect wealth-generating snowball. You're probably thinking, but I don't have thousands of dollars to invest. You don't need it. Thanks to modern brokerages, you can start investing with as little as $5. The key is to start now, not later. A 25-year-old who invests just $100 a month in a simple index fund could have over $1 million by retirement, assuming historical market returns of around 10%. A 35-year-old would have to invest almost 3 times that much every month to reach the same goal. The time you lose is so much more valuable than the money you think you need to get started. So where do you begin? Here are the best options for beginners. First, if your employer offers a 401k with a company match, this is your number one priority. A company match is free money. If your company matches 100% of your contributions up to, say, 4% of your salary, you're getting an instant 100% return on your investment. Nothing else on earth can guarantee that. Not taking the full match is like literally turning down a raise. Second, open a Roth IRA. This is a retirement account where you invest after-tax money, and every single dollar you withdraw in retirement is completely tax-free. For a young person on a lower salary who will likely be in a higher tax bracket later, this is an unbelievable gift to your future self. You can open an account at most brokerages with no minimum deposit. Third, inside these accounts, you do not need to be a stock-picking genius. In fact, don't even try. The simplest and most effective strategy is to invest in low-cost index funds or ETFs. An S&P 500 index fund, for instance, lets you own a tiny piece of the 500 largest companies in the US all in a single investment. It's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it strategy. You're simply betting on the long-term growth of the American economy, which has historically been a very, very good bet. The secret sauce that holds this all together is, you guessed it, automation. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your investment accounts every single payday. This takes emotion and guesswork out of the equation. You won't be tempted to spend the money or try to time the market. You'll just be buying consistently, month in and month out, a strategy called dollar cost averaging. This discipline is what separates people who build wealth from those who only dream about it. I know that getting started with a budget can feel like a huge pain. To help you nail that crucial first pillar, I've created a free, super simple budget tracking template that you can download right now. It's the same layout I used when I first got serious about my own money. The link is in the description. It will help you see exactly where your money is going so you can start putting these principles into action today. Go grab it now and let's get back to the next pillar. The fourth pillar: increase your income. Okay, frugality creates the gap between your income and expenses. Investing makes that gap grow. But if you really want to pour gasoline on your financial fire and accelerate your journey to $1 million, this fourth pillar is non-negotiable. You must increase your income. While it's possible to become a millionaire on minimum wage, it takes an incredibly long time and an extreme level of savings. Boosting your earning power changes the entire game. The mistake most people make is thinking the only way to earn more is to hope for a tiny annual raise. You have to think bigger. Your goal should be to increase your income by 20%, 50%, or even double it over the next few years. This isn't about a 3% cost of living bump, it's about fundamentally increasing the value you bring to the marketplace. How? The number one way is by building high-value skills. In today's economy, skills are the ultimate currency. We're talking about things like digital marketing, video editing, copywriting, coding, or even specialized sales. The best part, you don't need an expensive college degree for these anymore. You can learn almost everything you need for free on platforms like YouTube or through affordable online courses and books. Dedicate 1 to 2 hours every night to mastering a single high-demand skill. Then start a side hustle. You could freelance on sites like Upwork or Fiverr. Start a small local service business or tutor online. One educator I know learned how to market himself and scaled his tutoring side hustle to an extra $10,000 to $15,000 a month. The beauty of a side hustle is there's no pressure. Your day job pays the bills, so every extra dollar you earn can be shoveled directly into your investment snowball. Another practical idea is house hacking. If you have a spare room, getting a roommate could bring in hundreds of extra dollars a month. One friend of mine makes an extra $800 a month this way, and all of it goes straight into his investments. To make this tangible, use the SMART goal framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So instead of a vague goal like earn more money, a SMART goal is, I will learn video editing from online tutorials for 1 hour every weekday. In 3 months, I will land my first small paying client, with the goal of earning an extra $500 per month from my side hustle by the end of the year. This breaks a huge goal into clear, manageable steps. Frugality alone can make you financially secure, but frugality plus a growing income is what makes you wealthy. The final pillar: cultivate a wealth mindset. The final pillar is the glue that holds all of this together: your mindset. You can have the best budget and the most brilliant investment strategy, but if your mind isn't wired for wealth, you will find a way to sabotage your own success. They say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is especially true for your finances. If you're constantly surrounded by people with negative views about money, who are drowning in debt, and who think investing is a scam for the rich, that mindset will infect you. To build wealth, you have to change your inputs. Replace mindless scrolling on social media with podcasts about finance and entrepreneurship. Replace the negative news with books that will rewire your brain for success. Read The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. These inputs will change how you think, and changing how you think is the first step to changing your results. Cultivating a wealth mindset also means embracing a long-term perspective. Wealth isn't built in a day. It's the result of thousands of small, consistent decisions made over decades. There will be times when the market crashes and fear will scream at you to sell. There will be times you feel like you're not making progress and impatience will tempt you to quit. In those moments, you have to remember the story of Ronald Read. He held his investments through countless market cycles, crashes, and bubbles. His patience was his superpower. You also have to learn to sidestep the common traps. If your income is irregular, budget based on your lowest earning month so you always have your essentials covered. To fight the temptation to spend, make your savings and investments automatic so the decision is already made for you. And when you feel like you're not making progress, celebrate the small wins. Celebrate saving your first $1,000. Celebrate your first year of consistent investing. These small victories provide the fuel you need to stay in the game for the long haul. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. The system works, but only if you work the system consistently for years. Let's put it all together. The path to becoming a millionaire on a low salary isn't some big secret. It's a system built on 5 pillars. First, you build ruthless money awareness by tracking everything. Second, you create a budget and live temporarily broke by automating your savings. Third, you invest immediately and automatically using the incredible power of compound interest. Fourth, you actively work to increase your income by building valuable skills. And finally, you cultivate a wealth mindset, focusing on the long game and surrounding yourself with positive inputs. The story of Ronald Read, the janitor who built an $8 million fortune, is not a fairy tale. It's proof of the power of discipline, patience, and a simple, proven system. He showed us that your starting line does not determine your finish line. You have the power to change your financial future starting today. You don't need a high salary, you don't need to get lucky. You just need a plan and the discipline to see it through. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey to $1 million begins with the next dollar you earn. Give it a job, put it to work, and give it time. You can do this. If this video changed the way you think about building wealth, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more practical, no-nonsense financial strategies. And share this video with one friend who needs to hear this message. Let me know in the comments, what is the single biggest financial challenge you're facing right now? I read every single comment and I'd love to help out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.